when I first started at primary school, it doesn't have any leave facilities. But when the school knows that there's a disabled student that's coming in, suddenly they just make the leave along the way of my 6 years in primary school. So I felt that they are getting more and more considerate. Towards disabled students. At first, it wasn't very handicap friendly, but then something special is in secondary school, they don't have any leave. They told me that there won't be any special arrangement to make a new leave, that kind of thing, because you are the so-called only disabled student that just come in. It teaches me something is like not everything is to cater to you, that kind of thing, or you need that kind of help. They have like some special needs officers, which we call them like a counselor for people that have disability, either physically or maybe like dyslexia, they consider as one special needs students. So yeah, there is no grace, that kind of thing. It's not unfair. It's that kind of I feel it's good. It's the reason why I feel it's good is like they treat me as normal student. That's something I appreciate. I don't like people to treat me special, because I want to let my classmate knows that I'm just as same as them. I remember when I was secondary 1, when we went for CCA so-called CCA roadshow. As usual, all the sports CCA, when they see me, they will just they won't pass me any of their flyer, or don't even want to introduce their sports to me. I don't know what they are thinking, but when they look at me, I feel a bit uncomfortable. So I just want to be normal. I'm a student also, so I did something wrong. So what I did is like, I slept in the class. As a punishment, I pick up rubbish in the school. But I told them, if I did something wrong, I also accept my punishment, that kind of thing. I nothing special. I think walking is definitely one of them. You're unable to walk for very, very long. Your cardio will be slightly weaker than the average person. So you are using other parts of your bodies, your arms or your shoulder. It gets you more easily tired. So end up I was in the art club. In the so-called art club, right, the art facilities are not that bad. You can try a different kind of thing like ceramic tiles. We learn how to do structure, a bit of things that I didn't try before in my life. I enjoy it. I mean, the group is so small. I managed to bond with my seniors. We participate in one of the art event. We didn't win anything, but it was a very good experience because we spent our free time, like weekends. We burn our weekends to meet each other, to discuss our project. And I went to library and become a librarian. And I moved my way up to like leadership positions like exco. It's something that everybody need to go through. So I miss that part of my life. But it's just that I felt if everybody can do it, why not me, that kind of thing. I learned archery from by coincidence, as in like I went for orthopedic, which is for my leg. So the person said, do you try any sports? I was like, no, I don't try. So do I like to try archery? There's a person that's teaching in the CC that teach disabled students. So I was thinking, quite interesting. I never see people shoot seated down, that kind of thing during that time. So I went to learn how to shoot, how to set up a bow. I first started as a recreation member, and I slowly proceed to the competitive shoot archers. It was very sad at first. I was thinking, I tried quite hard. I played very, very hard, but I didn't win any medal. I didn't give up. I just trained as normal. So I managed to get into the para archery training squad. I shoot against people that is able-bodied, because in archery the competition rules stated as like seated class. There is no so-called advantages with we call it the open class. People that is doing the standing up shooting. Archery pushed me to a limit that I was so frustrated at first. I did not did very well. In fact, I did lower than average. Something triggers me along the way. Like I think my grandma said, every time you do things you do halfway and then you give up, that kind of thing. So I must prove her wrong. One day, SDSC, Singapore Disabled Sports Council, actually sponsored us to Korea for training camp. Out of the 10 days, I managed to pull up my score about 200 over points above. So that is where which is what my current state right now. What triggers me is like, I tell myself if I, out of the 10 days, if I didn't do anything much, not say anything, I didn't learn anything from it, right? It will be a waste of trip. I waste my 10 days to take off from school, from all my responsibility, just to go there. So that what I do is I eat, sleep, and shoot. This is what I do. So I managed to get myself in pretty good shape when I come back to Singapore. I think the keyword for archery is focus. Focus as in every shot counts. So one arrow at one time. Do not rush yourself. Although they have a timing that you are supposed to shoot, but follow the process. Do everything in a one sequence kind of thing. At first, I also don't know what is advertising is all about. So what I learned so far is about advertising is it's a very creative industry. It's very fast paced. It requires you a lot of group work, communications definitely, and it requires you to be very observant with things. To make my campaign apps a successful one, that is my objective. How am I going to do that? I'm still learning on the process, but I can tell is never be static, never be very strict. You need to play around with it. I'm still learning. From my lecturers, they give us very hard time, which I think is very good. First, I prefer to pursue on campaigns like products campaign. I prefer to do those ads to help my clients to sell their products and convince a message to their so-called their ideal consumers. I hope that one day I can create a very good campaign ad. What I can say about special needs, right? If you don't look at yourself as one of people that you have special needs, you will be normal as like normal people. If you think that you are special, then people will look at you specially also. You are special in certain way. I put it as the other way. You are not different from the others. That will be better. Once I finish my studies and get a proper job, there's no such thing called proper job. Decent paid job. So, decent job with decent pay, helps my incomes to get better, and able to help my grandma's financially, and have a roof to stay better than what I'm living right now. I mean, it's always good to be happy with what you have, but isn't it better if you can do better than what you have? That is something I'm looking forward to.